I'm one of the authors of the chapter entitled Quality and Regulatory Affairs and Sources of Regulatory Information, and we prepared materials for self-study and materials for the teaching platform, including the teaching activities, in which we want to introduce students to a regulatory framework of clinical trials, databases of clinical trials, and the topic of quality in the context of clinical research. We also prepared some video tutorials which would show students how to use the sources of regulatory information. Well, whether our students will evaluate a new chemical substance, a vaccine, a medical device for wound healing, a diagnostic software, or they will perform a post-authorization safety study, all these have their regulatory specifics. And the regulatory network is complicated, and we want to help students to navigate through that, to teach them where to find regulatory information they will need to comply with and how to apply it in practice. We also want to introduce them to the clinical quality management system and explain to them why to apply a risk-based approach in their clinical research. And this all together should give students a general idea of what it means and entails to perform a clinical trial from a legislative and qualitative perspective, and it should facilitate their future work. I'm also pleased that our chapter was revised by our associated partner, ECRIN, as an organization with extensive expertise in clinical research. We finished materials in July 2022 to be uploaded on the platform, and the next big change in the regulatory environment is going to happen in January 2023. That means in half a year we need to revise the materials to provide up-to-date information, and the next reviews are planned once a year during the course of the project. We would like students to use provided self-study materials before the lectures so that we have more time during the class to focus on the practical aspects of the topic as well as on questions that arose during their self-study. We prepared a number of practical exercises and suggestions of topics for discussion, which should make this topic more understandable for students and allow them to use the obtained information in practice.